because we know where the bodies are buried. We have a beef with you because you stole our money, you sons of bitches. You took all of it. You took our wealth. My great granddaddy busts his ass to become a wealthy man, and then he gets lynched in Alabama, true story, because a white man stepped on his pregnant wife's toe, and he dealt with that man, and you took all his stuff. Like this is our story, right? And the thing is, we're like the Zionist community. Our motto is never forget. We will never forget what you did. We will never forget what you took, right? So there's a reason why a Barack Obama gets into office, but if Barack Obama was an African American man from the South Side, like Michelle was, and she's not a man, she's a woman, but you get the point. I don't think that the election would have happened the same way. Ketanji Brown Jackson, it matters that she is um, married to a white man that went to Harvard, and I think her family has immigrant roots. I got to double check that to be sure. But tell me if I'm wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Um, who else? Was Jean Pierre, the PR person that worked for Biden, right? A lot of these people that get positions are not African American people, so we kind of get substituted out. So I think that or even Kamala Harris. There was a big debate about, okay, well, Kamala, she did go to Howard, but that ain't the same as like we got an African American daughter that went to that didn't go. She didn't go to Howard. She's going to Tuskegee, but they're not. It's not quite the same, right? So really, I think that there's room to have the debate, but I think we don't have to be nasty at the same time. Like I think that we can debate this without it sort of undermining our natural allies. Because I most people I meet from Jamaica are good people. Most people I meet from all parts of Africa are good people. And you can learn a lot from the culture. I ain't gonna lie, most of my Caribbean friends, I'm stereotyping like crazy right now, but most of my friends from the Caribbean are extraordinary humans. Like the hard work, the discipline, the commitment to family, like so many of them have this. And I think that there's something about being African American where we were just doused with this crazy subordinated slave culture to the point where we started, and I think music industry and all that stuff played a part in this, where we just literally were led to believe that unhealthy things were healthy and that abnormal behavior was normal. Right? Would you agree with me on that? And this is costing us tremendously when it comes to wealth. When I have to really, literally the fact that it was that this guy makes this profound quarter zip video where he says it's cool to go to school. What was like, well, who decided that it wasn't cool to go to school? Right? And you remember the time where it became cool to go to prison, even? And Tupac had to go out and tell all the young black men, prison ain't cool, prison ain't cool. Why, what in the hell, man? What weird universe do we live in where the most prominent rapper in America, most influential young black man in the country, has to literally make a public service announcement to tell young black men that prison is not a good place? That should You should know that from day zero. Who made prison into Disneyland? I need to find that person and kick them in their whole entire ass. That's crazy. Right? So the brainwashing's real. They've really done a rope a dope on us, and then there's a mistreatment there. And I think that we can have the conversation in a civil way. So let me go back to the quarter zip thing. I like it, and not just because I'm wearing a quarter zip now. I didn't even know I was putting on a quarter zip when I put it on because I've been wearing it for so damn long. I've been quarter zipping since the '90s, man. And a lot of men have been doing this. A lot of men, not just quarter zipping in terms of the look, but the culture. Just like, okay, no, I'm a decent man who wants to be smart, who wants to do a good job. I already know how to open a door for women.